So today we will start with this topic, that is equality of vectors. So in equality of vectors, you can see that I have written two vectors will be equal if their magnitude and direction are same. Suppose if this the first case if we consider, so in the first case you can see that here a b I have drawn two vectors. Those two vectors are parallel to each other. So parallel to each other means their direction is same, and at the same time we can say that their magnitude is also same, because the length of this a vector and the length of this b vector both are same. Okay, so that is why we can say that their direction is also same, so they are equal. So I have written a is equal to b. Similarly, if you notice this vector and this vector, then also their magnitude is same and their direction is same. How their direction is same? Because they are parallel to each other. Okay, so in that case also we will say that vector a and vector b are equal. But suppose if we consider this case, now in this case what happened is, you can see that this is vector a, this is vector b. So vector a and vector b, their magnitude is, though it is same, but their direction is not same. Because if this vector a, this is the direction is this one, and vector b, the direction is somewhere here, so their direction is not same. That is why vector a and vector b are not equal. Okay, so here you can write here that this is vector a, the upper one is vector a and the lower one is vector b. Okay, so they are not equal in this case. Now next topic is multiplication of vector by a real number. Now about vector multiplication we have already discussed. Means vector, one vector with another vector, how do we multiply? There are two processes, either dot product or by cross product. But here we are multiplying a vector by a real number. Suppose if we have a vector a, then the direction of the vector a is given like this, and the magnitude is the length. Okay, suppose the length is 5 meters, just an example. Okay, and the direction I have written towards east. That means this vector is facing towards east, suppose. Okay, now if you multiply a real number with a, suppose which is the real number, that is 2. If you multiply a with 2, what will be its magnitude now? Magnitude will be 5 into 2, that means it will be 10, right? But as you are multiplying a with a real number, certainly its direction will not change. So its direction will remain same, which is towards east. Okay, but its magnitude has become 2a, means 10 in this case. Similarly, suppose if we consider another vector which is vector b. Now this vector b is drawn like this and the direction is towards north, suppose. Okay, so if it is so, if you multiply this vector b with a real number, that is -1, we are getting minus b. Remember, minus means the direction of the given vector will be reversed. The direction of the given vector will be reversed. So that means if b is in this direction, then minus b will be in opposite direction, which is like this. Okay, so in this way we can multiply vectors with real number. Now let us see the next topic, that is, just a second, this one. So next topic is uniform circular motion. Okay, so in uniform circular motion, let us assume there is a point object. The point object is moving on a circular path. Alright, now suppose initially the object is at point A. Now after time t, the object has reached to point B, and it has traveled, or it has covered how much angle at the center, that is theta angle. Okay, now suppose if the object again moves from B to D, and within same time, that means within time t, if it crosses or if it makes the same angle again, then we can say that the object is moving with uniform speed, because after same interval of time it is covering same angle, or it is subtending same angle at the center, because when it is moving from A to B, how much time it was taking, t, and how much angle it has made, theta. Similarly, when it is moving from B to D, then also same thing, at time t it is covering an angle of theta. So its speed is same, and that is why we call it uniform circular motion. What is uniform here? Speed is uniform. But a very interesting thing that you will get here, though the name is uniform circular motion, here only speed is remaining constant, but its velocity is not remaining constant. Why its velocity is not remaining constant? You can see that when the object is at A on a circular path, when an object moves, the velocity of the object at each and every point can be given by a tangent drawn at that point. So so if you are asked that what is the velocity of the object at point A, you have to draw a tangent like this. So this is the direction of velocity. If somebody asks you what is the direction of velocity when the object is at point D, then what will you do? You will draw a tangent. You will draw a tangent from D like this, and this tangent will give us the direction of velocity. So we can say that at each and every point of its motion, the object is changing its direction. So velocity is a vector quantity and it is related to direction. So we can say that in uniform circular motion, though the speed remain constant, the velocity is not remaining constant. So velocity is changing, but yes, the magnitude of velocity is same, because magnitude of velocity means what? Speed only, right? So speed is remaining same, but yes, due to the change in direction, we cannot say that the velocity is remaining same, but what we have to say is that the velocity is changing. Alright, now since the velocity is changing, there will be some kind of acceleration, because rate of change of velocity means what? Acceleration. And in this particular case, it is seen that the direction of acceleration, it is towards the center, so direction is towards the center of the circle, and this acceleration is called centripetal acceleration. We denote it by a suffix c. Okay, now we will find out an expression for this centripetal acceleration, and to do that we have to draw this diagram. So here you can see in this diagram, okay, see that just a second. Okay, so here you can see that an object is there and the object is moving on a circular path. The object has started from A, the object has reached to point B. After how much time? After a small interval of time. Here I have denoted it by dt. Dt means it is a small time, dt. Okay, this is as a whole, it is one term only, that is a small time. So within small time it is moving from A to B, and at the center how much angle it is subtending? At the center it is subtending angle theta. Okay, now when the object is at A, the position vector of the object, position vector always it is given from the origin, and the position vector is r1 for point A. Okay, similarly for point B, when the object is at point B, then the position vector is r2. Okay, but we can say that r1 and r2, though they are representing position vector of point A and B, but actually if you see their magnitude only, their direction is different. Of course, r1 is this way, r2 is that way, their direction is different, but their magnitude is same, because both are the radius of a same circle. So since their magnitude is same, we can write it like this: modulus of r1, modulus means what? Magnitude. Magnitude of r1 is equal to what? Modulus of r2 means magnitude of r2, which is equal to r, which is the radius of the circle. Okay, so here in the figure you can see r1 vector is there, r2 vector is there, and the vector which I have drawn from point A to B to make it a triangle, this vector, if you enlarge the diagram, you will see that here I have written dr. Which vector is dr? Vector AB. Vector AB is another vector which is dr vector. That's what I have written here. Okay. Now suppose when the object is at point A, as I told you that velocity of the object is nothing but the tangent drawn at point A. So the velocity at point A is v1, which is this side. Velocity at point B, which is v2, which is this side, another tangent. Okay, so what we have done is, okay, another thing, that though v1 and v2 are representing velocity, but if you take the modulus of v1 means what? Speed at point A. Modulus of v2, speed at point B, that must be same, because the speed is same in uniform circular motion, right? And that speed is, suppose it is equal to v. Then next step, what we have to do is, we are shifting this vector v1 and v2 from this position to this position without changing the direction and magnitude. This is v1. Okay, we are just redrawing it. Then this is v2. Similarly, what we are doing is, we are just shifting this v2 from this position to this position without changing the magnitude and direction. So this is our v2. Alright. Now another vector, means from v1, I mean from point R to point P, another vector I have drawn here, R to P, that is delta v. Sorry, not delta v, dv. dv vector. Okay. Now this is clear from the geometry that if this angle is theta, then this angle will also be theta. Angle between v1 v2 will also be theta if the angle between r1 and r2 is theta. The reason is that in geometry you may have got this theory that if two lines makes an angle theta, then the perpendicular of both the lines also makes the same angle. Suppose here you see, if r1 and r2 is making an angle theta, then they are perpendicular. Now v1 is obviously perpendicular to r1, and v2 is what? It is perpendicular to r2. So this v1 and v2 will also make same angle, which is theta. Okay, this is one theory in geometry you may have got already. Okay, now see, from this two triangle AOB, AOB means which one? This one, AOB, this small triangle, this triangle, and triangle PQR, this PQR are similar triangles. Okay, similar triangles, because here you see this angle theta and this angle theta, already I said that it is same. And in fact, if you see the geometry, it will be clear that these two angles will be it will be same with the other two angle of triangle AOB. Okay, so what we are writing directly, we are writing that these two triangles are similar triangles. So if they are similar triangles, we know that the ratio of their respective sides should be same. So that is why we have written, from triangle PQR we can write the ratio of this side. Okay, dv by v. Now by v means it can be this side or this side, anyone, because there we are talking about magnitude only. So we know that the magnitude of v1, magnitude of v2 is equal to what? V. So any one of the side we can take, right? So dv by v I have written. V means it can be this side or that side. That is equal to, now from the second triangle, means suppose from AOB, in place of dv it should be here dr, that is AB side. Okay, so dr by what? By, you can write, if in this case if you are assuming v1 and if you are writing v in place of that, in the second triangle we will take r1, and in place of r1 what we can write? We can write r only, because we are talking about only magnitude. Okay. Okay, so dr by r. Now from this, what we are doing is, we are dividing left hand side and right hand side with a time which is dt. Dt means it is the time taken by the object to move from A to B. So we are dividing both sides by dt. And once we do so, we can see this v, I have taken it this side. Apart from v, what are the other things we have? 1 by r, this one, and dr by dt, and this side we have dv dt, by dv by dt. Okay, So dv by dt means we are keeping it like this only, and this side dr by dt. Dr means it is a position, it's a kind of distance, distance covered by the object. It is moving from A to B. So how much is the linear distance? Linear distance is AB, which is nothing but dr. So distance by time, dr by dt means distance by time. It must give us velocity. Okay, v. So already one v is there. This one, another dr dt is also v. So it becomes v square by r. And in left hand side, in place of dv by dt, of course we can write acceleration, because you know that, right? And what kind of acceleration it will be? In this case it will be centripetal acceleration. So we write ac. A suffix c is equal to v square by r. So this is the expression for centripetal acceleration. And if this is centripetal acceleration, what will be centripetal force then? Because we know that centripetal force means it should be mass into acceleration, F equals to ma. So mass into acceleration, mass will remain as it is. In place of AC, we are substituting v square by r. So the final formula that we got for Fc is in v square by r. This is the expression for centripetal force. So I hope it is clear. Now this formula we can modify also, this AC and Fc, but how we can modify that part we will get, or you will know in chapter this one, rotation of rotational motion in system of particle. In that chapter we will discuss about it, system of particles. Okay, so in this chapter we have discussed all the topics from the chapter, but I will give you one more video. There I will give you some sums related to projectile motion. Okay, thank you.